Hey everybody, welcome back to Royal Tarot Readings. This is my fun channel that I do for tarot readings on the royal family. All information presented in this video is for fun and entertainment purposes only. It's fun. It's tarot. I'm just a gal with cards. And I'm a lot calmer now today. Boy, I was hot last night. I am telling you what. I just don't like it when things appear like we are not being kept informed, when we're being lied to. I just don't like that. So I understand sometimes there are reasons, but I don't like the fear-mongering. I don't like and there's nothing worse as being uncertain. Okay, just if something's going on in the U.S. government needs to let us know. And if we need to be prepared for something, we need to be prepared. We'll just buckle down and do it. Okay? So that's kind of what was the basis behind why I was so upset last night. So let's find out what in the world is going on here. All right, so for this reading, I didn't put my deck out here. I believe that I have the Yuletide Tarot deck. I don't know where my box is here, but pretty sure that's what I have in here. Let's take a look. Yep, that's what it is. Okay, so we are going to use the Yuletide Tarot deck, which is still our Christmas deck, for this reading. All right, on these drones that are on the east coast of the U.S. I know they've been in New Jersey, but I think they've been spotted in other states as well. So, all right, why are the drones over New Jersey and the east coast of the U.S.? And I will say, I know there are lots of military bases in New Jersey. I went to one. I was at Fort Dix. That's where I took my basic training, so I know it is right there. Okay, so why are the drones over New Jersey and the east coast of the U.S.? Are these drones from friends or foe? Friends, of course, include the U.S. Are these from friends or foes? What is the purpose of the drones? Why are they there? Why are the drones there? Whoop. Chariot in reverse. This is about control. Things are out of control. Movement is out of control. Interesting, okay. And what is the U.S. at risk of an attack? Is that what's going on? I mean, I would have thought we would have heard something about that, or at least, an inkling of it. So is the U.S. at risk of an attack? And why is the U.S. population not being kept informed? Okay, I know people are going to say because people will panic, blah, 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 blah. Come on. I think we've reached the point in our society where if something's going to happen, if we're at risk of something, we need to know. We need to know. It is completely irresponsible to not tell people. So why is the U.S. population not being kept informed? Because we are not being kept informed. And who's the target of this? If there is a target, who is the target? Is it a person or is it just the U.S.? Who's the target, if there is one? And why did the U.S. representative say that it was Iran? There was a U.S. rep. I'm not sure if he was a rep or a senator. He went on, I think it was Fox News or maybe CNN, one of the channels, and said that, hey, there's a U.S. mothership, and that's where these drones were coming from. Or not U.S., an Iran mothership, and that's where these drones were coming from. So I want to know, why did he say that? And what's going to be the outcome of all these drones? What's going to be the outcome? What is going to be the outcome? Oops, oh my goodness, wow. The moon in reverse, something, lie will be exposed. Things are not as they appear, and that's going to be exposed. And then, crap, the lightning tree. Tower in reverse. All right, okay. Eight of Gifts, Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles in reverse, working, someone's not working hard enough. Okay? All right, let's see what we get here. Maybe one more shuffle. I've got 8 questions. We're going to do 8 cards. We are going to do 8 cards. Oh, I need one more shuffle. All right, we're going to go with that one. See what we get. 8 questions, 8 cards. All right, here we go. Thanks to everyone who commented last night. I really appreciate all your comments. I really, really do. All right, here we go. Underlying energy, 10 of Candles. We've got a burden. We have got a burden. Page of Canes, which is the Page of Swords. Internet, information. Knight of Good Cheer. Okay, so that is not so bad. Got some good cards here. Knight of Good Cheer is Knight of Cups, which is a knight in shining armor. So there's a burden. Burden may be information. Information is a burden. And someone is trying to be a hero. Someone is trying to be helpful. Someone is trying to be like the knight in shining armor is the best way I could put it. Someone young. Someone, not a page, but a knight. Okay, let's see where this goes. Why are the drones over New Jersey and the east coast of the U.S.? Why? Page of Gifts, Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a student card. It's also selling a story. Okay, so we're trying to learn, and there's a burden of information. Why are the drones over New Jersey and the east coast of the U.S.? Why are they there? They're gathering information. They are absolutely gathering information. And the information that they're learning, that what they're learning is a burden. So they are learning something that is upsetting, something that is hard to handle. But this person who is helping coordinate it is helping keep people calm. Interesting. Okay. So it's an exploratory learning mission, and what they're learning is upsetting. All right. Are these friends or foes? Friends or foes? Ace of Pentacles. Oh, wow, that's a friend. Oh, I just got goosebumps. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Are these friends or foes? These are friends. These are, it's a big monetary gain, too. This is what they're doing with these drones has cost a lot of money. Very, very expensive. But it's not anything that's, I think, harmful to the U.S. population. These are friends, and they are taking up a huge burden, and they're trying to gather that information, and they're trying to keep things calm. Let's just gather the information, find out what we can find out. It's very, very, very expensive, but it's got a lot of promise. Friends, okay, so friends or foes, these are friends. Okay, so probably something from the U.S., All right, what's the purpose of the drones? Four of Swords. Four of Canes. There are 4 things they're trying to do. So this is about... 4 of Swords can be a sickbed. 4 of Swords. There are 4 things that are trying to be accomplished. So this is about taking time to gather your wits about you and assimilate what it is that you've found out. What's the purpose of the drones? They're gathering information. They're gathering as much information as they can, and they're bringing it back in, and there's a 4-fold purpose of what they're doing. There's a huge burden out there, and they've undertaken this burden, and the information that they're gathering is very sobering. It's almost overwhelming. But they're trying. Everyone is trying to stay calm. Not me, but no, I'm kidding. I think the purpose is to help assimilate and bring things into perspective. Okay. Is the U.S. at risk of an attack? Is that what's going on? Ace of Canes in reverse. That's a no. That's a direct no. So this is the Ace of Swords. Oh gosh, this has 2 meanings. Ace of Swords upright would be a yes, and it's also truth. And in reverse, it's absolutely a no, but it's also about a lie. Is the U.S. at risk of an attack? No. But I think the intention is to make people think that we are. Why would they do that? Okay, so this is a burden of information. People are trying to, the people in charge of this are trying to stay calm. They're trying to be seen as the hero. So we're not at risk of an attack. Maybe not yet. Maybe the illusion is there that we are, but they're gathering the information. They're trying to assess it. I think right now we're not, but perhaps they're worried that the lie is out there that we are. I think they're not sure. This is actually a no, but I think the purpose of gathering all this information that they're getting is because they're worried that's not true. Even though they think we're not at risk of an attack, they're worried that we're being lied to. Interesting. Okay. Why is the U.S. population not being kept informed? Why? Two of Canes. Because no one can make the decision. There is a decision that has to be made. This is the Two of Swords. A hard decision needs to be made, and no one wants to make it. Nobody wants to make it because they're so worried it's going to be... This is such an expensive undertaking. I think that they're worried about what happened. What would happen? Would that jeopardize what their mission, what's going on? They've put so much money into this, so much time and effort. So the information that they're carrying is a burden. Good gracious, that's exactly what this is. Information that they're carrying is a burden. And even though they're trying to appear as the hero, they can't decide. Do we tell or do we not tell? Somebody better make a freaking decision here. But no one wants to take the responsibility of deciding to tell people what's going on because they're worried about this, the huge amount of money and resources and time that's been put into this. All right? If there's a target, who is the target of whatever they're worried about? The Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Upright, the Queen of Pentacles is this is an earth sign. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so upright by itself, the Queen of Pentacles is about someone who balances work and home life very well, someone who's very successful, and in reverse, someone who has a really hard time balancing work and home life. Who's the target of the attack? A Queen of Pentacles. Someone who's down on their luck. Not down there. They don't have a good balance. They're not being successful at what they're doing. Someone who's sick. Someone who's on a sick bed. Someone who's very worried about the information that they're getting. A woman. A Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles in reverse in this deck is also someone who has lost their connection to what grounds them. It's as if the earth has been pulled from beneath their feet. They become increasingly isolated and carry a distrust of others. A deep pain has caused them to doubt their own inherent goodness. Who in the world would that be? If there is an attack, a target for an attack, it's a woman, or it's someone who has lost faith in themselves. Interesting. And it's someone who has a burden of information and working with someone who's trying to be calm. Okay, let's think about that one. All right, why did that U.S. representative or senator say that this was a mothership from Iran? Why did he say that? Excuse me. Six of Wands in reverse. That's a defeat. Right as I'm trying to explain this. Wow. Why did the U.S. rep say it was from Iran? Because this person feels defeated. They feel like, it has to do with this lie. Okay, so this lie about being under attack, they feel... I think there's so much confusion about whether we really have a risk of being attacked. They feel almost defeated, like this was the only way they could get this information out there, or at least this kind of thought that we need to think about these kinds of things, that people really are trying to undermine what's about to happen in this country. This person feels defeated. And they feel like we might be defeated. Oh, how really? And the burden of this information is what's caused him to. I think he panicked a little bit. I think these are his worst fears because he's worried that we're being lied to. I think nobody really knows what's true. Wow. I think this is I need to think of the worst case scenario sort of thing. What's going to be the outcome? What's going to be the outcome of all this? Page of Candles in reverse. This is the Page of Wands in reverse. This is about bad news. So we're going to get some kind of bad news about this burden of information. We're going to get bad news on how this was all handled. I don't think this is bad news for the country. I think this is bad news for how all of this was handled because no one's being informed. You can't panic a population like this. Okay? You can't have that many freaking drones above a state and have the government say, I don't know what it is. That breeds such distrust, such feeling of, then why are you there? If you can't tell us what's going on, or at least, create some situation or story that's going to make everyone feel better about what's going on, then you don't need to be in government. You can't panic a population, and that's what's going on right now. People are keeping calm, but if they don't get information out to people, there is going to be bad news, and this is bad news for the people who are handling this, that you guys aren't doing this correctly. Okay? If there's something going on out there, you need to let people know at least what to expect. What are you worried about? You need to let people know what's going on. What are you worried about? Otherwise, just imagination's going to run wild. People will automatically assume the worst. Because that's the way it works when you have unknown information out there. Information is power. You got to keep people informed. You have to. I mean, okay, I'll tell you, I'm former Army Intel. I did that in the military. I understand that information has to be protected, but dang it, you got to also control things. You need to control things to keep people calm. All right, I'm off my soapbox here. Okay, let's do a wrap up. Why are the drones over New Jersey and the east coast of the U.S.? It's an exploratory mission. They're learning. They're learning about this. There's a burden of information. They learned something that made people do what this lady's doing in the picture here. Hide their face in their hands like, oh no. Oh my God. And there's someone out there that's trying to keep calm, trying to keep things level. But this is an exploratory mission. This is a learning mission. And then are they friends or foes? They definitely are friends. This is probably the U.S. And there's a lot of money into this. There's a lot of money into this. All right. And then what's the purpose of the drones? They're gathering this information and they're bringing this back in to assimilate it. I think there are 4 things they're trying to do. I don't know what those things are, but they need to bring the information back in and assimilate it and figure out how are we going to handle this? What are we going to do? This information is a terrible burden for them, but they can't just sit on it. So they're trying to assimilate everything, and the more they learn, the more they're going to retreat and try to figure things out. And is the U.S. at risk of an attack? It is not, but there's some lie out there. There is some lie out there. They're either worried that they're being lied to, or they're hiding things and lying to the public. All right, and why is the U.S. population not being kept informed? Because they haven't made the decision to do that. I mean, in my opinion, okay, allegedly, entertainment purposes only, this is all just what the cards are telling me. This is stupid. This is stupid. This is not the way to do it. You got to keep people informed. No one wants to take the responsibility to inform the public because they're so worried about the amount of money that's been put into this. And then who is the target? If there is one, there's a Queen of Pentacles. There's a woman who's down on, who's feeling like they're not adequate. I mean, I just keep thinking about Kamala Harris. I don't know, but it's someone who's on their on their sick bed, someone who's not feeling up to par, and they're feeling like they are feeling inadequate. This person. And then why did the U.S. rep say that it was Iran? Because he's worried about a defeat. He's worried that the lie is out there, and he's worried about either the defeat of how they're going to protect people or a defeat for himself. I got to look up and see who that was who did that, because the information is such a burden. They're almost overwhelmed with the information that they're getting. And then what's going to be the outcome? Some bad news is going to come out, but I don't think it's going to be for bad news for the U.S. I think the bad news is how they've handled this. This whole just, what's the word I'm looking for? This whole cluster, this cluster F, how they've handled this is what the bad news is. And they need to learn that two things. You got to keep people informed, and you got to own up to stuff. You got to own up to stuff. So, anyway, there's my reading. I hope you found that interesting. And thanks everyone again for all your comments yesterday. I really do appreciate it. If you found this interesting, please like and share. And if you're a subscriber, why, thank you so much. I appreciate all my subscribers. You guys are really, really amazing. And if you're not a subscriber, do click that subscribe button. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you won't miss another reading. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you again soon on Royal Tarot Readings. Bye-bye, everybody.